All right, here's part two of standard deviation and variation. So, if you're going to do this by hand, I think these tables are pretty helpful. So here's how this works. The X is just our data. So each one of these is the number in our data, right? So like the example I showed you in the first lecture would be like 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 9, 9, 9, 19. Well, here's what all these heights were. Um, they added all this up, divided by how many there were, and got that the mean is 68. So we just take this x, 68, and then subtract the mean from it. 68 minus 68 is 0. So this column is the difference from the mean. But we know we're going to have to square that. So what I like to do is in my calculator, I like to go 68 minus 68, and then the answer is going to pop up, and I just hit square, okay? Because we got to square that answer over here, right? So we got to square that answer right here. So I just like to do that, both of these columns in one step. So here's how it would look. Take 71, subtract 68, that's where the 3 comes from, and then I square it to get 9. And then I write down this answer. This is the important column. So again, 68 take away, or 66 take away 68 is -2. We square it to get 4. Remember, that's why we're squaring it, is because of these negatives, right? So we square it to get 4, and then we write that answer down here. And we do that again and again. 60 take away 68 is -8. -8 squared is 64. We write it down. We do this over and over until we've done it to every single data set. Then we take this number and we add that number up. So this red column is added up and we get 144. So remember, this number here is this added up. So the sum, see that funky E? There's that sum symbol again. The sum of all these difference squared, right? So we add these up, we get 144, but we want to find the average of that. So we say 144 divided by the 10 that we had to do it to find that our variation is like 14.4. So our variation is 14.4. We would then square root that to find our standard deviation. So these tables are helpful in finding variation, which once we have that, we just square root it and we have standard deviation, right? Okay, good luck out there. Email me if you need any help this week.